Thank you, Simon, for joining me today at Future Build. It's lovely to have you. In your latest blog, Simon, you have denoted 4 key challenges for the construction industry for 2022. Can you explain a little bit about those?
Indeed, and thank you very much. It's very nice to be here. The four challenges that I think are going to be most significant to our industry this year are going to be the continuing volatility in the supply chain, the continuing shortage of skilled labour for our site work, the adoption of the code and the challenges that the adoption of the code will bring for our developers, and additionally the increasing drive towards sustainable construction.
It's brilliant. So there's obviously a huge challenge for the industry across several different topics there. What do you foresee from the supply chain perspective being the main challenge?
Supply chains have been very volatile through the last couple of years, particularly through the pandemic and through the outcoming period from the pandemic. And we've seen some dramatic swings in both product availability and also in pricing. And this has put challenges on the industry. This can affect the build program altogether. So the impact from something very simple at the start of the program can impact the industry and can impact the program all the way down the line. What we're trying to do, just purely from building services perspective, we have a great depth and breadth of range. We also have a great depth and breadth of stock with our channels. So therefore we're able to be far more flexible and adapt very quickly to changes on site. So we can work closely with those developers, with those subcontractors to make sure they've got the product they need when they need it, even when those programs can sometimes change on a moment's notice.
Yeah, absolutely. So also from a skills shortage and a training perspective, we've previously had that discussion about the applications that Polypipe are putting forwards in terms of the training and apprenticeship schemes. But how are Polypipe Building Services combating the availability of skilled labour on site?
Okay, so the skilled labour on site for the installation of our product is clearly a challenge for our subcontractors, our real customers who are buying our product. So we can help them because we are able to take more and more of that site activity into the factory through the Advantage service, where we integrate with the build plan, with the system design, right from the off at the early stages of design with our contractors, right through to the point of installation. We can pre-assemble, pre-test, prefabricate their major modular components so that it's much quicker, much simpler for them to install on site. Therefore, they need less labour on site. They can get the job done much quicker.
Absolutely. And your third challenge was obviously Polypipe Building Services' early adoption of the CCPI. You mentioned that this could be a challenge for the industry. Why do you think that is?
I think anything like this is going to always be a challenge to the industry because it's change, and it's a significant change. We were early adopters of the code because we believe that it brings greater transparency and levels the playing field, and we position ourselves with some pride at a quality level of product. So we're quite pleased to be able to be totally transparent about the products that we are servicing the market with. But also, I do see that we're working in an industry, and construction has demonstrated many times over the years that it is highly responsive to change, and I don't have any reason to doubt that it won't respond to this as well. But it doesn't mean it's not a challenge, but I'm confident they can respond.
Your last challenge, Simon, that you mentioned in the blog is the drive for increasingly sustainable construction. At Polypipe Building Services, how are you helping to aid that?
Sustainability is clearly one of the big buzzwords in the industry, I agree. And that is both from sustainability in building the building in the first place, and also the building in use afterwards. So how it's used, how it's heated, and how the environment is created in there for the building users. At Building Services, our biggest significant investment at the moment is surrounding the reuse of material. We're using increasingly recycled materials, and also how we're taking those materials to site. We are looking at more carbon efficient ways of moving our products around, getting our products to site. And then in true circular economy respect, our products are truly recycled at the end of use. So in essence, coupled with our commitment to the code that we've previously spoken about and our sustainable, we really are trying to help construction build better.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Simon.
We hope you found this video from Fabric useful. For more, don't forget to subscribe, browse our playlists, and please like or share this video. Thanks for watching.